Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're taking a tour of a service that makes a pretty huge promise to use AI to tell you more about your health than even your doctor can. The idea is that it analyzes your personal medical data to find hidden clues. So, is this the future of personal healthcare, or is it just a really clever marketing pitch? Let's dive in and find out. Right out of the gate, this is the first thing you see on their website. It's a claim that's pretty much impossible to ignore, right? It suggests there's a whole other level of insight available, something that goes way beyond a standard checkup. But how, exactly, do they plan on delivering that? So let's break down what this AI doctor's promise actually is. When you get right down to it, the whole service really comes down to two main functions. Okay, so the service is basically split into two main tools. First up, you've got the health test analysis. This is where you can upload your lab work, like blood or urine tests, and let the AI dig into it. Second, there's a medication checker, which gives you detailed info on prescriptions. Now, for this explainer, we're really going to focus on that first one, the AI analysis of your health tests. All right, let's put ourselves in the shoes of a user here. Say you just got your lab results back from the doctor. What happens next? Let's walk through that journey. The platform lays it all out as a super simple three-step process. First, you upload your data. Then the AI does its thing in the background, performing what they call an in-depth analysis. And finally, you get your personalized recommendations. The core idea here is all about turning that raw, confusing data into advice you can actually understand and use. So what kind of data are we talking about here? Well, according to the site, the AI can analyze the fundamentals: blood, urine, and stool tests. And that includes both the general tests and more specialized ones. This tells us it's really designed to work with the kind of standard lab results you'd get from a routine physical. Okay, so we know what kind of data it uses, but the big question is, how does it actually work? Let's pull back the curtain a little and look at what they claim the technology is doing that makes it so different from a human doctor. The whole thing is built on this concept they call AI-based diagnostics. The idea is that an algorithm can process a huge range of data points all at once, way more than a person could ever juggle in their head, to spot these really subtle connections and hidden patterns that might point to potential health risks down the line. And this is really where they try to draw a line in the sand. On one side, you have traditional diagnostics, right? A doctor looks at your results and flags anything that's outside the normal healthy range. But on the other side, you've got this AI approach, which claims to analyze all the data, even the numbers that look perfectly normal, to see how they all connect and interact, looking for those hidden patterns a person might just glance over. This all sounds very high-tech and impressive, but, it begs the most important question. What do you actually get? What's the tangible thing you receive after the AI has done all its work? And that brings us to the payoff. The final product you get is a set of personalized health recommendations. After all that analysis, the service gives you advice based on your specific results. That's the core value proposition. The recommendations fall into three main categories: lifestyle changes, personalized nutrition advice, and suggestions for physical activity. Now, here's a really critical takeaway. The service is very, very clear that this is not a medical diagnosis. It's providing health suggestions, which you can imagine is a huge legal and practical distinction. And the ultimate goal, they state, is all about preventative care. The whole idea is to use these AI-driven insights to help you strengthen your health right now, and maybe even get ahead of diseases before they have a chance to start. So that's the core service in a nutshell. But as we take a step back and look at the bigger picture of the platform, a couple of other features kind of stand out, and they're probably not what you'd expect from a health service. Yeah, this is where things get a bit unusual. Right there on the homepage, featured pretty prominently next to all the health tools, is a list of cryptocurrency exchanges. The website doesn't explain the connection between your blood test analysis and crypto trading, so its presence is definitely a curious choice. And finally, let's talk support. The site offers all the basics you'd expect: an FAQ section, a feedback form, and guides to help you out. What's interesting, though, is that it also uses a Telegram channel for direct support, which suggests a more modern, tech-focused approach to how they communicate with users. And all of this brings us to one final and absolutely crucial question, one the service actually poses itself in its own materials. When an AI is giving you health advice, who is ultimately responsible for those recommendations? As this kind of technology becomes more and more a part of our daily lives, the answer to that question is going to define the entire future of digital health. Thanks for watching.